Hello everybody, welcome once again on the Fantastic High and Beyond show, featuring yours truly, the Punisher, reviewing Raw, and later on, the Beast reviewing the A+ show SmackDown. So, let's talk about Raw a little bit. To be honest, I was quite bored by it, because I feel like they didn't really do much for Raw this week for the storylines, other than hyping up the match between Owens and Goldberg. Goldberg came out, talked some stuff for the match, and then that led to Owens coming out, talking his garbage to Goldberg, the usual exchange between them two, so that was pretty cool. And then later on we saw the typical feud of Enzo and Cass against the Club, a typical match between them two, which ended with Enzo getting the W, and then we saw the women's segment, which led to a lot of exchanges back and forth with each other, only for Charlotte to come out and say Nia Jax will be her opponent, and then kind of backsided Dana Brooke, which my only question is, why did they waste so much time talking when they were going to bring another person out when they could have had it done to begin with? And second of all, if they claim that Dana Brooke is still a protege, then how come she's not quite so involved in the storyline like they are acting like she is? For one, she was gone for almost over a month and a half, and she didn't really do much before that anyway. And then even when they brought her back, they just had her get beat up out at ringside, but now in this tag team match, she still got beat up again and wanted to get thrown out again. So my question is, what are they doing between them two? Because it doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot for her and giving her much to do in the storyline. But anyway, whatever. So, and then we saw the nice on-screen appearance of Seth Rollins, which came out to talk about his WrestleMania status, where at first he was unfortunately derailing the crowd by saying he doesn't think the doctors will clear him in time, which unfortunately led to some boos. But then it led out to Triple H coming out here and calling him out and saying, "Oh, you're not going to make it into Mania, that'll be the worst mistake you'll ever make." And then Joe came out of nowhere to try to set up a little thing between the three of them. But then Rollins countered the whole tag from Triple H by saying, "I will make it at Mania, either you think so or not." So that was actually a very good segment and stuff, and I really hope they keep the match at Mania, because I am anticipating seeing Rollins and Triple H go at it at Mania this year. And then in the main event, we saw Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman for the typical contract signing that it's same old boring stuff with Braun Strowman coming out here talking his crap out to Foley beating somebody down, and then beating Foley down, excuse me. And then we saw Roman come out here to attack Braun a little bit, and then only for Roman to take out Braun in the contract signing, for him to start signing the contract, and then Braun comes back out there to get the upper hand for a short time once again, and then Braun finally signed the contract, and as he was walking up the ramp, Roman signed the contract to make the whole thing official. But it's the same old usual crap with the contract signing anyway, so yeah, so that's about it for the Raw review. So now it's the good old Beast's turn for SmackDown.
Sorry, guys. See, I'm gonna hope to not stutter like that guy, because when you're being around the A+ show, you gotta be perfection, like having a title right here. Don't worry about why I have a title. You'll know very soon. Anyway, let's get on with the A+ show with SmackDown. Starting off with a very explosive Miz TV. The Miz just needs to get some heat off his chest. See, he's hurt, he's angry, he's mad. John Cena always ruins his main event opportunity because he has to take it away from everybody else. He doesn't want to be that other guy. He wants to be the Miz. And of course, John Cena lets him know, hey, it's not my fault, you suck, that's your fault, I'm the guy, I run the camp, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so it got pretty good. If you watch the whole thing, it's actually pretty good. I'm just making fun of it because it's the same thing of what we already know. We already know we're going to get that matchup that we don't want, the tag team match, but I'm not going to say it again. Pretty much, it led on to Maurice coming out, having Maurice coming in front of The Miz, letting The Miz know some things. I'm putting down his title belt. Not a great idea now. And pretty much Maurice then slapped John Cena, for then John Cena to just have Nikki Bella come out from nowhere, ready to beat on Maurice, while Maurice and Miz run like cowards into the crowd. So it was pretty good, actually. The promo was pretty hyped. I'm just still, I can't get into it too much because it's not what I want. I'd rather see John Cena against Miz one-on-one instead of seeing this tag team matchup. But we're going to move on. I'm not going to keep being a hater. Anyway, we got Becky Lynch taking on, wait, hold on. Straight Fire! I had to get that right. Becky Lynch taking on Mickie James in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The match was actually pretty good. They both look completely strong just for Becky Lynch to finish off and win in the 2 out of 3 match with a very weird fashion. I think it was a roll-up, but it was a weird type of roll-up. I'm not too sure. I don't know. But we're going to keep on going. Straight Fire look good. It seems like they're going to continue this rivalry. I can see this at WrestleMania. I'm fine with that. Anyway, AJ Styles taking on Luke Harper for the #1 contendership at WrestleMania against Bray Wyatt. The matchup was awesome. 2 of my favorites, not only from last week, became almost an instant classic match in my eyes. I know that everybody else, they got their standards. I'm pretty sure it was just an amazing match to other people. But to me, it was a great match because you see how much Luke Harper is being agile for being a big man while AJ Styles is trying to look more as a strong man, even though he's the smaller guy in this whole bout. Just for AJ Styles to pull out a victory at the end, which honestly I didn't know how to feel. It was pretty much he first got the pinfall, but Luke Harper's foot was on the ropes just for the ref to not see it. Then from what it looks like as if Shane was purposely trying to screw this man out of it, and like just for a second, but you know he's trying to be nice. Pretty much restarted the match just for AJ Styles to win again. And in the midst of that, Shane got kicked in the face by Luke Harper on accident because of that whole thing. So Shane, I hope you're happy. You should just let the ref keep it like all the other times. Next up, okay, Dean Ambrose was supposed to have a fight against Kurt Hawkins. That didn't happen. Pretty much the second that he came out into the ring, he just simply hit Kurt Hawkins with the dirty deeds. That match didn't even start. Just to lead to a promo calling out Baron Corbin because he wants to get his revenge. You keep forgetting this man's a psychopath. He don't play things all nice and calm and easy and all cool. He wants what he wants, and he wants Baron Corbin, which to me just seems like at WrestleMania we're going to get an Intercontinental title. It seems like at WrestleMania we're going to get an Intercontinental title match between Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose, and I'm fine with that because that will pretty much to me feel like you're bringing a hardcore match in for the Intercontinental title, one of the most prestigious titles you have, and I'm cool with that. Definitely let that happen. That would definitely bring some pop to WrestleMania. Dolph Ziggler against Apollo Crews in the chairs match. Dolph won. Stop killing this man Apollo. For God's sakes, either send this man back to NXT or release him. I can't take it no more. Apollo Crews, you don't suck, but you don't fit in WWE. I don't know why, but you just don't. I think you just need to somehow be one of those guys that go back to NXT and just stay there. Or just go somewhere else. If anything, you was great in the independent run before you came to WWE. Just go back to the indies. I mean, I have no problem with the indie world. Sometimes the indie world is actually better than WWE. You just got to know your crowd, and you don't fit into WWE. I'm sorry, it just don't work. And ending off the night, one more time, we had a little moment where Bray Wyatt came and he spoke about how he's going to be a champion, how he's going to stay champion, how the era of Wyatt is never ending. For Randy Orton to pop up and tell him, hey, you should have thought the obvious. Randy Orton was going to turn on you. This man dug up Sister Abigail, and then he doused their home with Sister Abigail inside there with oil. With gas. Pretty much, he lit the house on fire. Randy Orton just lit a house on fire. That's a problem. How do you let this snake come this close to you to where it's like now he burnt the home that you live in? And for the first time in a long time, we actually see a heel that looks like a vulnerable face. And then it just gives you that confusion. Do you feel pity and treat Wyatt like the face? or you keep him acting towards like as a heel, or the same thing with Randy. Is Randy now the heel because he just burnt down a man's house and his sister Abigail, which I'm not going to explain how this whole thing is, but the chair is his sister, so we're just going to go with that. Either way, I see it to be just a very great, interesting way to just come into the whole matchup. It's just now what's the thought of going into WrestleMania? Is it going to be a triple threat? Is it going to be a one-on-one somehow still? We don't know. Most likely it's going to be a triple threat unless they do something crazy like they usually do, like maybe AJ Styles take on Randy Orton for the number one contendership or something like that. You never know. You never know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We enjoy making them. We hope to continue to keep making this because we're not going to stop making this. We just hope that you guys can start giving support, give the views up, share. There's tons of wrestlers, there's millions of wrestling fans out there. I know we're not the only two wrestling fans here trying to make a show. Come on, share around, help the community. And hey, if you want to collab with us, that's no problem. But that's enough advertisement for once. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I'm out.